probably the most interesting thing of the week, I think. So MJF versus Kenny Omega. Now, sticking with Collision, the main event was one of the very biggest singles matches that AEW could have produced, MJF versus Kenny Omega. First off, you watched the closing portions of the match, purely about match quality and the aftermath. What did you think of it? Give us a review of the whole thing.
Great match. What I saw, a great match. If I wanted to really be picky, I could pick it apart. Of course, everybody can pick it apart. But what I admired about this match was that Kenny Omega knows timing. He knows pacing. He knows, and MJF too. I guess they had to work together as a team of this. They had a great match. I love the finish. The finish, they had a guy run down, what's his name, Callis or Don Callis. And I'm glad he didn't get involved because he didn't need to get involved. I don't even know his association with either one of them because since I stopped watching AEW, because I do a recap on Raw on Sportskeeda.
SmackDown.
I do on SmackDown.
They don't pay you enough. Raw. They don't pay you enough to sit through 3 hours.
No, they don't pay me enough. Good people. And sometimes up to a year ago, I'm sitting through SmackDown like this, like, and why the ratings didn't slip farther is because people went to sleep watching it and forgot to change the channel. Then they woke up and it's over. Oh, is it over? What happened? But now it's much more. It is much more, much better.
Much better. Just to clarify, because you asked, Don Callis used to be the manager of Kenny Omega, and then they had to split up. So that's why Don was there.
Okay.
So
I was going to say that. I knew that. I didn't know that. Well, I did know that, but I've forgotten it. So, but anyway, he didn't get involved. But the only thing I can say about it, they were outside the ring at one point for so long. And this is where you need rules in wrestling, because the next time, two guys outside the ring, and you might need a DQ in a match, but they've killed that rule with they didn't kill it. MJF and Omega, they were outside like 2 minutes and the referee's out there with them and not counting out anyway. That's picking it to death. But as far as the match quality, there was a lot of work that went in that, but the execution of the match was basically flawless. It was really, really good. Now you can, where's Omega from?
Canada.
Okay. But I think he spent years in Japan, and whoever taught him, or he could be self-taught, you can't really teach. You can, but it's hard. You just got to feel that. There's just got to be a guy playing a guitar on stage. He knows when to do certain things. And they took their time, and the people were really into that. So MJF, he owns a victory over Kenny Omega, which is actually a really big thing to do, a big thing in AEW.
In fact, actually, more importantly, something you said last week about Bret Hart. You said the one thing that he doesn't do well, in your opinion, is that he doesn't give out the facial expressions. He's rather more stoic than most. Kenny, in my mind, is the opposite. He's the bug eyes and, he's really expressive with his face. Is that something you appreciate more?
I do, because now you're selling emotionally. So you can look at somebody crying, just crying. And the first thing you think is, what's the problem? What's going on here? She's crying or he's crying. Same way with the wrestler's face. If he gets hit in the back, your natural reaction is to make, like, God, that hurt. So you got to sell with your face. Apparently, Brett forgot the memo. He didn't read the memo on that, or he's just not good at it. And again, I'm nitpicking. But with Brett, I've always said that about him. What's that called? The set face? It's
the resting bitch face.
The resting face with Brett is that it doesn't match what has happened. But with Kenny, I'd rather him over exaggerate it, because I've seen people in real life over exaggerate something, especially with their face. You can say, oh, it didn't hurt that bad. Shut the hell up. Keep going. That's what I've said a lot of times. But I really appreciated this match. They did a great job.